Oh, that's good. That's highly skilled.
It was about April last year. Lots of things were going on with racism within the game, Azim Rafiq's testimony, the DCMS hearing and things. So obviously the topic was very rife. I did an interview with the BBC talking about how the game can be a little bit more proactive and how they're going to look to move forward. And unfortunately, off the back of that, I received a message on Facebook that was kind of racial abuse towards me, and I couldn't quite believe my eyes as to what was obviously written on that. Essentially calling me a racist and saying that I deserve everything, all the abuse and things that that I get. It was quite a scary time, to be honest, because I didn't know who this person was. I didn't know whether they were going to come and try and find me at the ground or try and go into my home address. I showed Charlie, my PDM, the message. He gave me a bit of an indication is actually, we should probably do something with it. Obviously it was reported to the police at that point. We got to a stage, I think it was 3 or 4 months down the line, where they managed to track down the individual and they located who it was. I was under the impression that there wasn't really going to be anything that could be done from it. There wasn't anything that they could pinpoint to him and say, look, this is actually a criminal offence that you could kind of go to prison for. Through the PCA, we had Matt Himsworth through B5 Consultancy, who were completely invaluable for the service that he gave and supported me throughout the entire process. Some of the information that he was giving me really got me thinking about, right, actually, what is it that I want from this process? We wanted to hold this individual to account, and we wanted to really seek out an appropriate punishment for him that we thought was fair. We were kind of recommended the restorative justice side of it, where someone from restorative justice would essentially meet with the individual. They'd look to get information from him, which they then pass to me. I guess my ideal outcome of it was to try and work out why this individual had done what he'd done, and also to try and show that it just wasn't, it's not accepted. As we had more and more meetings with the restorative justice, it was clear that my understanding and his understanding were very different. And I wanted to try and bridge that gap a little bit and try and work out from his side what he was indicating in his message and some of the reasoning. He was offering to write an apologetic letter that gave me a bit of an indication as to some of the reasons why he did what he did, but also the assurance that he was never going to do that again. So we put him through nearly 18 months of a really tough period. That's what essentially gave me the confidence to know, okay, if this, God forbid, does happen in the future, that players are aware of the support there is available and the process that you can go through. People might think, okay, well, even if you've got 100,000 followers, you might not see it. I guarantee you that a lot of players are seeing a lot of things and they're reading a lot of things. We're not robots, we take things to heart and we have emotion at the end of the day. And as much as it was a tough process to go through, the support from the PCA, from Matt, from Charlie, my PDM at the time, and also from Derbyshire Cricket Club, was fantastic. This is a topic, this is an issue that should be stamped out, and hopefully the more people that are aware of all these issues and all these processes that you can go through, would give them the confidence to go, you know what, I've received this, I'm going to now take it to the police and going to make a real case of it to try and stamp it out of the game entirely.